and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a little eyebrow tutorial or my eyebrow routine. So I just want to let you guys know what I do. I'm not saying that I'm a professional because I'm not, but this is how I do it and I like it, and they're not extreme where they look like I have chonga eyebrows. So real quick, I want to tell you guys the products that I use. I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. If you don't have money to get the Dip Brow Pomade, because I know it's like $20 at Sephora or whatever, there is a drugstore brand. It's by NYX. I believe it runs for $10, so it's $10 less, and it's this NYX Tame and Frame. So these two are two that I use. NYX is the one I use from day-to-day basis. The Anastasia is the one I use for like special occasions or stuff like that, just because it's expensive and I don't want to go through it as fast as I get through the NYX one. If there is any spots, sometimes my skin doesn't want to take the pomade in certain areas, I do go in with a Brow Wiz, and this is also by Anastasia. Then to set it all, I use, this one is by Essence, and this is actually really good. It's this one's very compatible with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel or her other brow gels. And this is in the color Brownie Brows, is the number 2. There's a lighter one, so you can get either one, whatever is your preference. That's another thing that I use to set. And well, let's get into the video and get right to it, because I know you guys don't want to hear me blab, but I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit of the things that I use. With that being said, let's get into this tutorial. I did do this brow, but that's because I thought I was recording, and unfortunately I wasn't. What I would do is I usually dip inside and look at my monitor to make sure I'm still recording. I dip it in and then I clean off the sides to make it really skinny like that. And now I gotta get my handy dandy mirror. So I have the product, but do not brush in the product yet. You're gonna brush your eyebrows with the other side, the spoolie, and you are going to just brush them up and out. And now we are gonna start. So I usually start here. Ooh, wrong way. I usually start here and kind of like sketch it out. Like that. And then, and don't worry if you sketch it out and it's too long, because technically our eyebrow is supposed to go from the end of our eye to right there. So if it goes a little longer, don't worry, because you can fix it later. And then we're gonna continue. Just a tad bit more. And then, I'm like so shaky. All right, so once we have that part, we're gonna go up top and start from here and work our way down to the tail. So now we're gonna start here. Like that. Got it? And then we're gonna, whatever product you have left in there, just color it in. Color, ooh. Yes, we are bound to mistakes. See that? I went crazy and I have a little dot there, but I'm not worried about it because I can go back in and fix it. So, like I say, nobody's perfect. My eyebrows are never, ever sisters. They're usually cousins. So I'm dipping it back into the dip brow again. And I'm going to continue doing the outline. And take your time. Don't go crazy trying to rush through it. Take your time. I'm very light-handed when doing this, because if I go heavy, I will fuck it up. Now we're gonna go in with the rest of the product that we have left over and just paint it in, or color it in, or fill it in, whichever word you want to use for this. And so we're getting there. You're gonna have something like this. So I didn't brush out through the end of it, so I'm gonna brush the end that I had filled in, because if you wait too long, it'll clump up, and then it'll be hard. Not clump up, it'll dry up, and it'll be hard to brush through it. That's pretty much what I do, and that is it. I'm just gonna brush the front here just a little bit. Get all the product I have on the brush out. Now it's time for some concealer. And I'm just gonna use this Master Conceal concealer that I use for concealing under my eyes and stuff. It's in the color Light. I'm gonna take another angled brush, and I'm gonna use flat angled brush, and I'm gonna use that to apply the concealer. And don't worry, I will put the brushes I use down below. Most of my brushes I'm using today are by BH Cosmetics, except for the one that I use to apply my pomade, and that one's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And so, like, I remember what I said, that our eyebrow is supposed to go from the end of our eye to here. See that connection? So that's how it's supposed to be. So I did pretty good, but we're just gonna let's just go ahead and carve that bitch out. So we're gonna carve. I gotta get comfortable, because for some reason to film this side is a little harder than this side. And I dipped it into my concealer that's on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna dab up the extra or the excess off. And then I'm gonna prepare, and we're gonna carve. You can either raise your eyebrows or keep them still. I'm gonna raise mine a little bit because I feel like it'll be better for you guys to see. I don't know. And you don't want to rush through it. You want to take your time, because if you rush through it and start like lining or carving it like really quick, you're bound to fuck up. Alright, I need to hurry up because apparently I don't have much space on my memory card. So I did carve it out, and I believe I showed you guys, but just in case, I carved out the bottom. And I'm just pulling it down. And then I'm going to take my finger and just blend it all out. I didn't really have to carve anything up top here because it came out pretty good. Alright, so I will be taking whatever's left on this brush with the concealer that I used to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm going to just conceal the front like this. Just rub it through so you can get that nice little light to dark airbrushed effect. Well, not really airbrush, but you know, to make them look as natural as possible. Then after that, I'm going to go with the Essence Make Me Brow, or you can always go with the clear brow gel. So I'm gonna do this one. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Start at the end and work my way up to the front. Because this is so dark, I don't want too much of this product up front. Just enough. That is it. Bye. that and you don't have money to get that, don't worry, because there's something else that you can probably get. Blech. I need to zoom into my eyebrows. Okay. I feel like I'm just like... Okay. And I'm going to start off by using... No, I like that. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. Oh, why do I struggle opening this? So I'm going to go in with... I always say I'm going to go in.